It is Wednesday and I am back in the office. I was in Philadelphia this morning. I'll be in Philadelphia tomorrow and then back in New Jersey on Friday. So it's a busy week as always for our law firm, both in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Put out a blog article regarding Thanksgiving travel. As I said earlier, I'm going to put out a lot of blogs and videos focused on the holiday season. A lot of that will focus on things like vehicle stops. Now, the article that I'll put in the description here talks about 5 things that you should be thinking about if police stop your vehicle during the Thanksgiving holiday or Black Friday. Thanksgiving holiday, as people all know, is probably the most traveled holiday. I think it is the most traveled holiday in the United States, followed by Black Friday, which I don't think is still the most shopped day in the country, but maybe it is. People are more and more shopping online, and the malls are anymore pretty dead. I was in the mall here at Moorestown a couple days ago. I had to get my glasses adjusted, and it was dead. No one was there. So I don't know how busy the malls get anymore with things like online and Amazon and everything else. So, but nevertheless, people are out doing other things on Black Friday. Some people choose the day to maybe travel, see family, see friends, or do something because the kids are off. You may be off from work. People usually take a long weekend sometimes for Thanksgiving. So there's a good possibility that you or a friend will be in the car traveling through Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Remember, if you are stopped for suspicion of DUI in Pennsylvania or DWI in New Jersey, do not refuse the chemical test. It will never help your criminal case. Be polite, be respectful to the officer, but don't volunteer information and give your license, registration, proof of insurance. But you're not obligated to answer any other questions. You don't need to be rude about it. Be polite, be respectful to the officer, and I can assure you that they will respect that and they will understand. Further, most police officers now, virtually all of them, have body cam. So your attorney, if your case escalates and you're arrested for, say, DUI, your attorney's going to have a copy of that body cam footage. It could become very, very important evidence. And even though things like your behavior may not lead to a charge of like resisting arrest or potentially aggravated assault of an officer, nevertheless, the judge will potentially be watching what you're doing during a trial or during a motion. And people are people, and they will form judgments just based on what they observe. So keep that in the back of your mind. I know people are nervous when they're stopped by police officers. That's understandable. It's a stressful situation, but remember that in the back of your mind. Be polite, be respectful. With regards to consent to search, never give consent to search your vehicle. Again, polite in a respectful manner to the officers. Simply make it clear you're not giving consent. Remember that warrantless searches are permissible in New Jersey if the police officer believes that the vehicle contains contraband. There is some case law. Well, actually, there's a lot of case law in New Jersey with regards to the ability for the police to go back in the vehicle once a person is already taken into custody and they have no ability to return to the vehicle. So the argument regarding things like officer safety or destruction of evidence goes out, becomes a lot less relevant for the prosecution. In Pennsylvania, usually police need a warrant to search the car unless they can show exigent circumstances. When it comes to homes and residences, in virtually all those cases, a warrant is required. Remember that there's a higher expectation of privacy in your home or in your residence, as opposed to a vehicle. Vehicles, there's plenty of case law that indicates there's less expectation of privacy in a vehicle because vehicles, as we all know, are regulated through states and also through the federal government. Finally, with regards to guns, remember that every state has particular laws with regards to guns. It is easier to get a permit to carry in New Jersey now, but you still have to go through a process. There is no reciprocity between the states, Pennsylvania and New Jersey. So if you're traveling through those states, you have your firearm, do so responsibly if you don't have a permit to carry. Remember, Pennsylvania doesn't have the mandatory minimums like New Jersey has regarding the illegal possession of a firearm, but nevertheless, it is a felony charge in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. So you want to keep that in the back of your mind. So with regards to travel, remember if you are stopped, be respectful, be polite. But if you have questions, 215-755-9000 in Pennsylvania, 856-793-7429 in New Jersey, the website gambonelaw.com. As always, a tremendous resource for you and your family. All of my books, my blogs, my videos are available there in one convenient format. At this point, over 1,000 blogs, close to 700 videos, lots of content. Obviously, we have our free downloadable books, which are also great resources. You can download one or all of them. But once again, if you have questions, 215-755-9000 in Pennsylvania, 856-793-7429 in New Jersey. Have a great Wednesday, and I'll talk to you all very soon. And I'm losing my voice.